Kate B, my live stream. I hope you can hear me well. I'm wearing the mic in my beautiful kitchen on this Saturday afternoon. Welcome to my stream. I'm Kate B. I live in sunny Florida. I'm a mom of two girls. I'm a busy woman. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm an employee. I work full-time at in the University of Central Florida. In the library. I buy books for the library collections. So today I'm live streaming from my beautiful kitchen. I'm a vlogger. If you follow in my vlog, you may know that I just returned from the cruise. What's up, bro? Welcome to my live stream. Today I'm going to talk about cruising and how we spend time on the big cruise. Thank you for liking my kitchen. Today we're cooking meatball soup. This is a very easy soup to do. So I'm cooking and talking and telling my viewers about life on the cruise. I'm a very experienced cruiser. I've been cruising a lot since 2011. I have cruised 21 times. Yes, woohoo! Most of the cruises were for 3 days. Some of the cruises were 5 and 7 days. So because I don't like just talk and waste my time talking, I decided to cook soup for my family. I'm using ground chicken and ground turkey. That's my favorite to go meats because they are lean, they are healthy for you. And we're gonna make meatballs, and while the meatballs are boiling in the water. Hi, I'm new, Zomberg. Welcome to my live stream. I'm Kate B. I'm an immigrant from Eastern Europe. I live in sunny Florida, United States, and I'm in my beautifully renovated kitchen, and I'm cooking some soup and talking about cruises, sea cruises. Mike Hooter says hi. Welcome, Philly. Mike Hooter says hi. Welcome, welcome. We're making soup, meatball soup. It's very easy. Meatballs will give nice protein and grease for your soup. I also add this special better than bouillon chicken base. It's really good. It's concentrated. It gives us nice protein too. I'm almost finished. Okay, that's fine. Hurt, cause looks like you fell off from heaven. Thank you. First like, thank you. Hi, Kate. It's lovely to meet you. Nick, welcome to my live stream. I'm in my beautiful kitchen. We are cooking soup for my family, and we're talking about cruising because cruising is my favorite vacation. Yes, favorite vacation because we live in Florida. We live close to the port, and I've been cruising a lot for the past 14 years. I started to cruise in 2011, and since then I was hooked up on cruising. I've done 21 cruises. My kids have done less cruises than I did because some of the cruises I went with my friend, some of the cruises I went with my father, and some of the cruises I went with my husband just as a couple without kids. So today, if you follow in my channel, I cruised a lot. I posted video. Not many videos get watched, but that's okay. That's my video vlog. That's my video diary. So back down, 10 years ago, I can go back and see how I enjoyed my vacation. Where are you from? Thank you for your question. What is the meaning of the name Kate? Ekaterina means pure. Ekaterina is Russian name. Is similar to Catherine. It means pure, clean or pure. Pure. I would say pure. So Ekaterina is my Russian name given by birth from my mother and my father. Ekaterina is a Russian name. There were two very famous queens named Catherine the First and Catherine the Greatest. And my parents loved that name when I was born in 1976. I'm originally from, you're beautiful. Thank you so much for your message. Like your life. Thank you. I'm cooking in the kitchen and talking about vacations. So today is going to be both cooking, doing something meaningful for my family. I believe cooking is an act of love for your family because whatever you put in your cooking, you put some spices of love and care. And for many years, cooking was a chore, but since I mastered that, that skill, I think that cooking is more as an act of love, meditation. So whatever you put in your dish, make sure you cook it with love and care for your family and for your own health. Is that the reason why you seem to be such a pure soul? Maybe. Scream, maybe. Nice voice, thank you. Some of the Russian speakers viewers saying that my voice is really like a screamy and like screechy, but some people like my voice, so I don't take offense, you know. Commentators can have bad day and they can throw any dirt at you, but the most important thing is that dirt doesn't really cover you. It stays between the commentator, between the screen and me. So I don't take it personally. So I try to ignore bad comments, and I try to applause and you know, like celebrate good comments. So thank you so much for your compliment. Cooking is an act of love. Would you cook for me? Well, I like to cook for my family and for my loved ones at home. And when I have friends or guests over, I cook with love for my guests. So if you ever come to my house and be my guest, of course, I'll cook with love for you. Hi, watching from Bangladesh. Welcome from Bangladesh. I have 7 viewers. Thank you for stopping by. I live in Central Florida, Orlando area. Central Florida, we live very close to the Port Canaveral. So most of my cruises were from Port Canaveral to Caribbean, to Bahamas, to Eastern or West Caribbean islands. But one of the cruises, I went to Alaska in 2023. Me and my husband, for my big birthday, we went to Alaska for 7 days, and that was a magnificent cruise. But today, since I just returned from Bahamas yesterday, and I still have fresh memories, I want to talk why cruising, why it's a good vacation, why I see value in that vacation. I think you should go to a place where there is an electricity problem, because you could literally light up the whole place with your smile. Oh, Olga Nikitenko, hello, Libby sister, hello, Libby Schweister. Hello, good to see you. Мы уже вернулись вчера. Я сегодня буду рассказывать, как мы провели время, и готовлю супчик. У меня тут есть фарш. Режу это, делаю, I'm making soup. Делаю супчик. Захотелось супчика, так всего наелись. Okay, Abdur Rahmat Tuhin. One of my friends gifted her name Samaya. Today her birthday. Please wish her happy birthday. To Abdur's friend Samaya, very happy birthday. I hope you have a great year ahead. My grandpa is Russian, my grandma Ukrainian, I'm American. Я вестижу российскую ФСБ в Штатах на Донбассе против орков-оккупантов. Jesse James. Okay, thank you for your message. I'm glad you have so many mixed Eastern European bloods. I am too. My dad is from Russia and my mom is from Moldova, but my mom has a lot of roots in her, like Eastern European roots. She has Greek roots, because my sister did a DNA test and she has a Belarusian, Russian, Ukrainian, like a lot of people from Eastern Europe are mixed bloods. So Jesse, thank you for your message. So cooking the soup, let's not get distracted from the topic. And I started to cruise in 2011, and I started to explore just cruising, just because I didn't want to spend much money and didn't want to go on a long cruise, because I was afraid of the open waters. I was afraid of open seas, and I thought I'm gonna get seasick. So for the first time, I picked a very short cruise. So if you've never cruised, you can just try very short 2 or 3 day, like 3-day cruise. Or if you live in a smaller country that you don't have ocean, instead of flying far away to the sea or ocean, you can try maybe a river cruise, just to be on a vessel, just to be on the open water and see how you feel about being on the water. Are you going to be anxious? Are you going to be concerned? Or you're going to just relax and enjoy, and it's going to be smooth sailing? So when I started to cruise, I only took 3-day cruise to Bahamas. We live in Port Canaveral, and it's very close to Bahamas. It only takes you, you know, very, very close to go to Bahamas. Usually the big ship travels overnight, and in the morning you're already in one of the ports on the Bahamas. Channel subscribe down. Thank you for subscribing. So when we went, we decided to go with Carnival Cruise Line, because I heard a lot about Carnival cruises, and it was very inexpensive back in 2011. I didn't want to spend too much money just because it was my first cruise. I didn't know how it works. And cruise fares, they pretty much work like any other airplane fares. They go up and down in price depending how far in advance you book them. So if you book, like, let's say a month in advance, it's going to be slightly more if you book a year in advance. So it will be cheaper if you plan your vacation a year in advance. And let's say you see some cruise you wanted to go, you make your own research where you want to go, and you book your cruise a year in advance. It's going to be way cheaper than booking just a week in advance. But you can still, you know, like last minute, sometimes cruise lines give last minute deals, like it also depends on the season you want to travel, because we depend on kids' schedules. So if you have kids and you can take them out of school when they were little, I took them out of school for a couple of days when they were in elementary school. But now my older daughter is in high school. I can't take her out of school for cruising. So we only go at the peak time. We went this week we had spring break at school, so we could only go when everybody can go. So if you don't have kids, if you're just a couple, and where are you from? Is this Russia? I'm from Eastern Europe, Republic of Moldova. Thank you for the question. And Republic of Moldova is between Romania and Ukraine, and it's southeast in Europe. Tell me something about yourself. Where are you from? Well, I'm 48. I'm from Eastern Europe. I lived in the capital of Moldova, Chisinau. I immigrated to the United States. If you don't follow my channel, I tell about it every live stream or every video. I try to cover a little bit information about myself. So I immigrated to the United States in 2006. First, I was a student in college, and then I got married with my husband, and we received green card, and then I received my citizenship in 2018, and I'm a naturalized citizen of the United States, but originally I'm from Eastern Europe, and I don't forget my roots. I celebrate and I admire and I appreciate my roots, because we have lots of different bloods in our family, and it makes us very strong, very hardworking people, very interesting people, and we're just open to the world, you know. We're not afraid of exploring things. We're not afraid of settling down. Like when we immigrated, we had to build a life here in the United States. So I think all this Eastern European bloods helped me with my strong character features. Thank you for the question. I'm from Bangladesh, but want to marry Russian girl. Okay, you can go on some websites and see if you can find a good girl from Russia. I wish you luck. So, to him, good luck exploring world with DMs. Thank you for stopping by. I have 4 viewers. Thank you for being with me. We're cooking soup. So I'm mixing some of turkey and chicken, and I'm forming little meatballs, and I'm gonna boil them in the water. I have here, I started to boil some water on the stove. I'm boiling water with some bay leaf and some peppercorns, black peppercorns, and this gives the water this special aroma, and I believe it's going to be a very, very good soup, because after being on a cruise we ate a lot. I didn't gain any weight, so but be careful, food is in abundance on the cruise. But when I came home, I wanted a homemade soup with a little bit of chicken bouillon and stock, just to make my stomach nice and relaxed after all this different kind of foods I tried on the cruise. I'm from Barcelona, Spain. Have you been to Barcelona? No, I haven't, but I heard a lot. I want to go to Barcelona, and I want to go to maybe Malaga, to the seaside of Spain. But thank you so much for stopping by. So more about cruising. So if you haven't tried the river cruise, if you want to try a big ship right away, don't be afraid. Big ships are very safe and stable. And the cruising industry developing all the safety features improving all the safety features every year. So you're perfectly safe on the cruise. And in the big waters, because of how big is the ship, you don't usually feel seasickness. But if you feel a little seasickness, there are little over-the-counter medication you can buy, or special homeopathic bracelets you can wear to put pressure on your wrists, and that's going to alleviate your nausea. Or if you experience some sickness, it can those special homeopathic sea bands can help you with that. But I wasn't afraid, so we tried 3-day cruise when my older daughter, I didn't have my second daughter back in 2011, so we tried the Carnival Cruise Line. We went for 3 days to Bahamas, and I really loved it. And we didn't have a room with a balcony. We only had the room with the big window. And I really loved to see the ocean. I really loved to be in the big ocean. And when we came to Bahamas, the water was so beautiful, so turquoise, so clean, so different. And then we took a little excursion. We were driven by a local taxi man in a big limousine. We went to the beach. We went to some historic sites. We went to the local market. We went to the local place to eat like local food. So it was so interesting for the first time to go to Bahamas and see how beautiful the islands are, see the water, and just being on a cruise. There was so much entertainment. There were different shows every night. And I came back and I said, yes, I love this type of vacation, because whatever you want to experience, like spend good time, you don't need to cook, you don't need to clean, you don't need to worry about where to eat. Everything is there in one place: food, entertainment, shows, activities. And this is your choice to make your cruise as busy as you want it to be, or as relaxed, just sleeping in your room, eating a lot, just walking around, looking at the ocean. So the activity level depends on you, on your preferences, and you can choose to stay active or passive on the cruise. Like some people go on a cruise and they go to fitness club, they exercise all the time to burn all these extra calories they went. Some people run around on the running track on the cruise. Some people just go there and sleep because, the seas are calm and they kind of like, they sway you in your bed, and you can sleep well on the cruise, much better than at home, because you kind of leave your worries on land and you're at sea and you're just relaxed. Some people just stay by the pool and don't want to explore, do much. So wherever you want to go, it's up to you. The level of activities, the level of intensity of your activities, and it depends on you and your preferences. So when you're with a kid, when we went first time, what I liked about cruise, that they had kids club where you can leave your kids with experienced caregivers. And my kid was 3 then. If your kid is like from 3 and up, they have clubs by age where they do crafts, where they do games, where they dance, they entertain your kids. They even do cooking classes in the kids clubs. So that was the first line we went on, Carnival. And as I say, for me, it's important to experience different cruise lines, because I wanted to see what's the difference, because the difference was in price. The difference was in how big and how well equipped is the ship. The difference was in the quality of the shows and the quality of the customer service. And at first it wasn't very important to me, because I was a first-time cruiser. So I just wanted to explore if I like this vacation type in general. And from the very first cruise, I was excited, I was hooked up. And now I laugh because, now I tell people don't go with Carnival cruises. Sometimes, like, it's not my favorite cruise line. But even on Carnival cruises, they have big, huge, modern ships equipped with everything you need. And even with Carnival cruise lines, you can have a perfect vacation. And what I'm going to talk about today, my why have I done it 21 cruises in pretty much 14 years. So some years there were 2 cruises, some year was 1 cruise, and even one year it was 3 cruises, I think. But anyways, my why, and I tell you why, because somebody can take care of your kids and you can be with your husband. You can hang out in the adult areas without your kid, right? And most of the time you spend with your kid in the pool, you go to the kids slides, it's a lot of water entertainment for kids, or you go to little parties and concerts with your kids. So you spend quality time with your family, but you could also leave your kid in the kids club and do something for yourself. Hello from Russia. Денис Смирнов. Добро пожаловать. Спасибо, что зашли. Hello from Florida. So from the very first time on the Carnival cruise, I was excited. It was very like the time went really fast. 3 days went really fast. And what I liked about it, that for dinners we could dress up a little bit. We would go to a nice seated restaurant. And you know, in this restaurant you get served. There are like really nice people who take care of you. They bring you food, they entertain you, they talk to you. You see people from all different states and even countries. Like to Florida, there are a lot of people from Canada. There are a lot of people from United Kingdom, from Europe, who come from Brazil, who come on a cruise. So it's very much international, you know, group of passengers from all over the world. So from the very first time, I really liked that type of traveling, that type of vacation. And then I started to read a little more, to explore options. And I started to follow some cruise blogs and like cruise groups online. You can find cruise groups online where people sharing ideas, where people sharing their passion about cruising everywhere in the world, where people sharing about their experiences, people sharing about like how to find good prices and good deals on the cruise. And you know, I collect this knowledge over the past 14 years, and I can speak from the heart about my passion for cruising. My face like Sunny, I don't know who is this. Thank you for your comment and thank you for stopping by. So I was hooked from the very first time, so I started to do my own research where I want to go next time. And from what I read online, it says, first you have to decide, are you picking a destination, the ports you want to see, because usually the ship bring you to the port and it stays about like from the morning to the night in one port, and you can go explore the port, the destination, and you can do activities, excursions off the ship in the port. And some people would tell that they want to go not because of the good ports, they want to go because of the ship itself, because the big and modern ships, they have something to offer. They have a lot of entertainment on the boat, so they don't care as much about the ports after they've done some cruises and some excursions. It's pretty much the same. The Eastern Caribbean ports are the same, Jamaica, Honduras, Grand Cayman. They take you outside for the day. You experience this little port, this little, you know, country, like island country usually, and then you go back to the ship. So because we live in Florida, we're so close to Caribbean. Most of the cruises from Florida, from Port Canaveral, go to Bahamas, go to Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, or Southern Caribbean. Yes, that's pretty much where we went in the past 14 years. So I decided for myself what I want to do. So I wanted to explore another cruise line. And the second cruise line I went on was, let me see, was Disney Cruise Line. I was so excited. My first Disney cruise was in 2013. I was pregnant with my daughter, and I decided to go big because Disney Cruise Line is one of the most luxury cruise lines here in the United States. Hi, Kate. I'm back, my queen. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad you came back. I'm from Sri Lanka. Thank you, Tusita. Today we're making meatball soup. So I have my ground chicken and my ground turkey. I cut some onions, and I'm gonna use this food processor to crush my onions, and I'm gonna add my crushed onions to the meat, to the ground turkey and ground chicken, and that's how I'm gonna make my meatballs. And I'm gonna boil them on the stove in the pot of water, and that's how I get my liquid for the soup. Give me a second, sorry for the noise. I'm from Sri Lanka. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're discussing cruises and my love and passion for cruising. Okay, give me a second, sorry, it's gonna be noisy for a little bit. but I need to do it. I'm cooking for my family and doing my live stream. So see, I'm doing something for myself because I love to go live streaming. I love to develop my vlog, and I love to post videos and shorts. But on the other hand, I have some home duties. I cook for my family, so I'm trying to do both things at the same time, so I don't lose time. And this is the weekend, and the weekends are only like Saturday and Sunday, and then back to work on Monday. Your kitchen is beautiful. Thank you. We just renovated. A couple of weeks ago. Everything was finished. So this is my beautiful kitchen, and I'm very proud how it turned out. Everything is so well organized. Everything is modern. The materials are very pretty. Everything is convenient to reach. Lots of good spaces to store my kitchen supplies, my kitchen, tools and everything. But thank you for your compliment. So kitchen is beautiful. Thank you. That was a big project. It lasted from November, but everything was finalized in March, a couple of weeks ago, and I'm very happy how it turned out. It's very, very good kitchen. Thank you for your compliment, Jackie, and welcome to my live stream. You're crushing onions and I'm crushing on you. Oh my goodness. I'm really flattered you're crushing on me, but I'm happily married woman. This year it's going to be 17 years since I got happily married to my partner, my husband, my love of my life, and the greatest dad for my kids. So I'm very faithful to him, so I can't really flirt, even if it comes across sometimes that I flirt with my viewers, but I don't really flirt that much. But even if I flirt, don't take it personally, because I respect and admire my viewers for stopping by and spending time on my channel, but I'm not interested in the, in any like online affairs or something like that. Okay, so I crushed some onion, and I'm gonna add my onions. Здравствуйте. Добро пожаловать, Ларисочка. Делаем суп с фрикадельками и рассказываем про круизы. Очень много у меня сегодня зрителей, и тут уже даже кто-то со мной флиртует, а я хозяйка, рассказываю про круизы, чтобы не терять время. Рассказываю про круизы. Мы уже вернулись. Принцесса превратилась в Золушку, уже готовит кушать для своей семьи. Супчик у нас сегодня, захотелось супчика. С приездом, да, вернулись. So the second cruise line I went to explore was Disney Cruise Line, and I read a lot. I did my own research, and I went in the first time we went. I believe we went in April. Since my daughter was still young, she wasn't attached to the school schedule, I was able to find very good price in April. And again, if you're not attached to school schedules, it's easy to travel off season because the prices are more reasonable and you can find good deals on the cruise, just like when you can find good deals on the airplane. It's the same with cruise fares. But anyways, I was so excited. However, I was pregnant, so if you're pregnant, just make sure you don't go after week 23rd, because after week 23rd, like technically you can start giving birth, and it could be very dangerous being on the cruise, starting to give birth that early. You might be out at sea and don't get good medical help. So the cruise lines do not allow travelers to be pregnant after past week 23, and I was turning week 22 in April because I was pregnant with my second daughter in 2013, and we picked Disney Cruise Line. And of course, after Carnival, leveling up to Disney Cruise Line, I felt like a big, huge difference in the customer service. I felt a big, huge difference in the how big and how beautiful was the ship. And at the ship back then, we went on Disney Dream Ship. It was very new. Excuse me. I'm doing my live stream and I hear this crinkle and noise.
I'm working on my projects.
Can you go in the office room, please?
Fine.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My daughter is working on her Chanel project and she has some papers. Okay. She doesn't want me to talk about it. Okay. So back to cruising. So we went on Disney Cruise Line and I was pregnant, but my pregnancy was very healthy and I was like 22 weeks and we went and I already felt the difference. The ship was beautiful. The customer service was amazing. They took such a good care of us and the food quality was amazing and the restaurants were amazing. What I liked about Disney Cruise, they had all differently themed restaurants, like 3 or 4 different restaurants we could eat. Clan, Uchiha Clan, welcome to my live stream. Welcome, hello. So and my kid was 4 back then. My older kid was 4 and she had such a good time in kids club. The crew members in the kids club were so accommodating. They played with the kids. The kids areas were so well equipped with all the different like little slides, like craft areas, video games. I was just amazed to see all this beautiful kids club. And she really, my older daughter Zoe, when she was 4, she really liked to stay in the kids club, so me and my husband could go relax and explore the activities on the ship. And then we went out, and Disney Cruise Line has its special island, so we went out to that island to spend the day on the beach. And that was when I was really hooked on cruising. Like after Carnival, I said yes. In general, I like cruising, but after Disney, I'm like, oh yeah, I love cruising a lot. So what we're doing, because my water started to boil, my meatballs gonna go in the water to make good stock, good bouillon. So I'm adding some salt. Hold on. I have my beautiful rack here. This is my spice rack. I'm gonna show you. This is my spice rack. Everything is, and I'm gonna add some spices and some salt, maybe some coriander. Okay, this is the combining seasoning I have. It doesn't have salt, so I can control my own salt intake. And this seasoning is good for meats and vegetables. So I'm gonna put a little bit in my meatballs. I also like coriander. I just love certain spices. You can add paprika or whatever spices you use in your household, and use any spices for your meatballs. Give it a little twist. If you want to have Italian spices or seasoning, use the Italian herbs or whatever herbs you have in your. And I use I use some salt too. Okay, not too much salt, because it's always a good idea to salt in your plate when the food is ready, so you don't over salt your initial soup. And if people need more salt, they can just add it to their plates. That's my philosophy. I have 5 viewers. Thank you for stopping by. So again, next to the cruising. So after Disney Cruise, I was so impressed with the service that when I came back home, I started to research my next cruise. And of course, it's very convenient, and because I work full time, I have to organize my vacation through the year. I don't usually take I have like 12 days usually of vacation, but I don't take all 12 days at the same time. So I take like 4 or 5 days here and there. So this vacation time lasts through the year, and I'm trying to be practical with my days off. We work a lot in the United States, so if you're employed full time, most of people have 2 weeks of vacation every year, and we can take all this 2 weeks. Sometimes people want to go to Europe. They have to collect more weeks and maybe don't take vacation for a year just to collect a good amount of days to travel, maybe longer and make arrangement. But again, it depends on your job. So I don't have a lot of days, so I don't want to go on the week. You have daughter? I have 2 daughters. Yeah, my older daughter is 15 and my younger daughter is 11. Thank you for asking. Okay, so this is important about the meatballs you really have to work on your ground meat to make your meatballs a little bit like airy and tender. You have to work with your ground beef and kind of like slap it around the bowl. That's my technique to get it airy. 1000 Pradeep. We cultivate onions. Oh, that's good. We love onions. Onions is one of the main vegetables I don't run out in my household because every day I use onion for my cooking and I use fresh onions for my salad. Where do you live? I live in the United States. It's state of Florida and it's Orlando area. Orlando is where Disney World is. Where do you live? That's where I live. But I cook a lot with onions. We love to cook with onions. Okay, and another trick for the meatballs is to add icy water in your meat. So I use some ice cubes and I get icy water in my fridge. And this icy water also helps with the meatballs to stick and then be nice and very tender in your soup. I'm 16. Welcome, Hassan. I'm glad you're 16. I'm 48. My daughter is 15. She's turning 16 in May. She was born in 2009. So after, that's what I'm saying. After the second cruise, I already planned my third cruise. And by the time I got on my third cruise, my little one was born. And she was born in 2013. So she wasn't even 1 year old when she went on the cruise for the first time. She went on a Disney cruise when she was 9 months old. And that was so cool because, again, there was a special nursery where you can make an arrangement to leave your baby. And I left my other daughter in the kids club. And I took my father so Grandpa could go on a cruise with us for the third time. And we had such a good time. We watched the shows. We took pictures with the princesses. We had a lot of like Disney cruise. It's all about Disney movies, Disney cartoons. It's a lot of Disney characters on the cruise, and little kids love all that charm about meeting the princesses, about taking pictures, about going on different musicals and shows and theatrical shows with princesses, with Mickey and Minnie Mouse. There were a lot of dance parties. There were a lot of craft parties. So we really, really loved Disney Cruise. So we were hooked and we started to cruise more with Disney Cruise Line because every little need we had, like in the room, we had somebody cleaning our room. We had waiters who were super nice and they were showing us magic tricks during the dinner. They were entertaining us. They were showing like different circus tricks during the dinner. So we felt so well fed and entertained. And you know this from the ancient Greek times, you know this expression that bread in circuses, and that never gets old because people now it's all about bread and circuses any century we live in. Would you use gloves while you're cooking? No. I don't like to use gloves. I'm cooking for my family. I don't cook professionally in the kitchen or restaurants when they require for sanitary purposes to wear gloves. But you know, I'm a neat freak and I wash my hands often, like so many times per cooking session. So I like to cook with my hands. Yes. Thank you for asking. It's a good question. And I don't have problems. Some people have problems with the texture of the food they mix in. And some people have problems with, having meat on their hands. But I never have problem with these things. And I have hot water and lots of soap to wash my hands often. Okay, you're never gonna make it on YouTube or in real life. You'll stay nobody forever. Keep dreaming. Okay, thank you for your message. I appreciate your pessimism. Thank you for stopping by. Why you taking to my wife mom like that? Why you talking to my wife's mom like that? Oh, who's your wife? I'm nobody's wife's mom. No, 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 not yet. No, not yet. But anyways, so, and then what was important for me on the cruise, it was the quality of food, because I cook my own food, and it's important for me when I go out to eat. I eat something that I normally cook at home, something a little more exotic, like good variety of food, foods from different cultures. So for me, it's important to experience different tastes and different cuisines on the ship. So when I went on the Disney cruise, that's what I really like, that they have a variety of food, and the service, like serving this food, was really good, like top notch, the best in the industry. So you don't stop going. You go and you go to cruises, and you just enjoy. You just enjoy your experiences. And what I'm talking about, customer service, like it's how people accommodate every little need you have. You know, if they're big families, they sit you in one big table. If they're small families, they sit you with some other people, so you can meet people, you can make friends. Kids can meet new people and interact with other people. So it's all about having a good time, sharing good experiences with new friends. So I like that in Disney Cruise Line, that they notice, like if you have a family, like they try to put you on the table with a similar family, with the similar age kids, so your kids don't feel lonely, and they can meet somebody during the dinner time, and maybe later on they can spend some time in the kids club together. So I like that about Disney Cruise, that they pay attention, you know, they kind of make your experiences a little more special with paying attention to little details and what might be, you know, what might be a special treat. Here in the United States, we get used to good service very fast, and a lot of times we take things for granted. We forget that not the rest of the world always live like that. And for Americans, it's like customer service is a must. You know, we want more, we want special treat. Sometimes we get spoiled, and that's how I felt with the Disney Cruise Line. I felt really spoiled. And for me, it was not about like paying a little extra money. It was more about experiences my kids had, and more about like memories we made together, moments we could laugh about, like meeting and greeting the princesses, wearing all this, you know, Disney costumes. My kids wore Disney princess dresses. And now when I look back, I took so many pictures, and now I put this picture in the picture, like digital picture frame that, you know, shows these pictures over the years. And I look back and I think, wow, we really made the best memories possible. The vacation time, we work hard, but we play hard. That's what I keep saying to my viewers, that I only show you, you know, I don't show you normally how hard I work at work, because I cannot film at work, obviously. But I show you mostly like the, you know, happy moments when we travel, when I'm in a good mood. I can talk about makeup, I can talk about lifestyle, I can talk about cooking. But, you know, life is full of unexpected, you know, problems and situations. And I deal with the same things the rest of the world deals. You know, it could be health issues, it could be, you know, troubles with your parents, it could be miscommunications, it could be stressful days at work. So I have all of that, but I choose not to show it as much. I choose to show happy life. I choose to show good memories we make. Like now we're cooking this soup, and, you know, it's something good. It's something that I care about. I care about my family eating healthy. That's why for me it's it's good experience cooking and talking about my, vacation. Okay, that's enough. So keep in mind, if you love to go cruising for the sake of exploring different countries, islands, or ports, just pick something very interesting, some historical places you can go. And it's not going to matter what kind of cruise line you take. It's not going to matter because pretty much all cruise line give you a good service, good comfortable, cabins and lots of food to eat. And it just differs on the level of the customer service. The prices are different. The ships may be older or newer. The ships may be smaller or bigger. So it all varies. There is no one size fit all. We all are different, and we find something that we want to see or do in particular. So if you are interested to go visit those islands and try local food, or just explore nature, or go to an interesting beaches, or see like some sea life, and you like the ports, that's one thing. I mostly travel to Caribbeans, and sometimes I don't even go in the ports I've been before, just because I want to enjoy the ship amenities. I want to feel as relaxed as possible. I use spa. I go do activities like this time on Royal Caribbean. It was Utopia of the Seas. I did zip lining a couple of times. I could enjoy water slides. I could enjoy pool. When people go to the ports, the ship gets a little less passengers, and when people go to ports for excursions, there are less people on the ship, so those lines to some activities are shorter. So and again, it's my own practice. You might build a different practice when you start going on a cruise. You might see your own things that you like the most, and you might decide what you like the most to do and how active you want to be. Sometimes I just go to spa and I just take a little nap on those warm lounges chair, because I don't want any schedules. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going anywhere on the clock like I do every morning to work. So sometimes I just lay down on the lounge chair and I decompress. I can lay down, listen to a good quiet music, and the chair will be very warm on my back, and I just sit down in the sauna for 20 minutes, and I lay down on the chair and take a little nap. And that gives me pure rest. It gives me a recharge of my batteries. It gives me a boost of energy for more activities later. So later I might go and I don't know, maybe I'll go on a water slide with my kids. So I'll do something more active. How old are you? To Sita Pradeep. I'm 48. This year, I was born in 1976. This year in August, I will turn 49. But not yet, I'm still 48. 48. Okay, thank you for asking. So 48 minutes. And again, when it comes to cruises, I can talk hours. And just because I came back yesterday, I have all this, fresh memories, and I wanted to share with my viewers the basics. If you've never cruised on the open seas, on a big cruise line, and a big ship, I'm just giving you some things to think about, and maybe try for yourself. And if you try, or if you have a friend, or you have an event, or you have a big celebration coming up, that's a great vacation, because it's everything in one place. As I say, you just travel to the ship, you're stuck on the ship for 4, 5, or 7 days, and you go from there. It's a lot to do. So maybe you'll consider going. So then we explored Norwegian Cruise Line. Okay, we love Norwegian Cruise Line. We loved how big was the ship. There was entertainment, rope course. There was bowling alley. We could bowl. There were different restaurants to experience different cuisines. We went to Irish restaurant. We went to, and the shows were really good on Norwegian Cruise Line. I really, really liked the dance shows. Professionals from all over the world. The dancers, they put really good shows for people. And I liked late night parties, disco parties. and of course lots of parties for kids and adults. Hi, I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia. Welcome. Welcome, Bento. I'm Kate. I am from the United States. I live in Central Florida, Orlando area. But originally I'm from Eastern Europe. I have Russian and Ukrainian and Moldovan roots. I'm from Moldova, Republic of Moldova. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna show you my beautiful meatballs. So I'm using this. Okay. So I wanted I wanted to try different cruise lines just to compare, and just when people ask me what is your favorite, well, my favorite is still Disney Cruise Line, but for different reasons. Then, you know, my kids are already grown, they're not into princesses and characters stuff anymore, but it's still great service and great food, and I just like how they take care of the ships. And because Disney Cruise Line came with the new ships, I went on the newest ship of Disney Cruise Line, which was Wish, but I also wanted to try Treasure. It's and another ship is going to be in Asia. It's coming out, I think, next year, Destiny. So because of the cruise line coming up with new ships, I want to try and go on new ships to explore. Okay, let me see. So that's how the meatballs look like. Let me, so I take a little bit off. You know, when the meat is boiling, when the meat is boiling, there is the special like foam. So that's the meatballs, and they make nice bouillon, nice stock for my soup. What's your favorite sports? Okay, my daughter does gymnastics, so I like gymnastics, and I like tennis, and I like figure skating. But of course, my favorite sport now is gymnastics, because my daughter's in gymnastics, and I like to watch her and, you know, cheer for her and be her, you know, be her support. So she does good in gymnastics. Bento. Okay. So while my meatballs are boiling, I'm going to cut some carrots. Here I have some carrots, and I'm going to cut some mushrooms. And carrots and mushrooms, I'm gonna fry them in the pan to make to get them ready for soup. And I also have this pepper. So we call it zajarka. It's like a frying vegetables. You add them to your soup, and they give your soup a very good, very, very good taste, very good flavor, because I love lots of vegetables in my soup. So I'm gonna use probably this mushrooms, like I have 5, 2 big and 2 small. Those baby, what are those mushrooms? Baby portobello mushrooms. They're pretty fresh. They're fresh mushrooms. Can't wash them too much because they absorb water, so you just rinse them real quick so they don't absorb the water. Look at these beautiful mushrooms. They're very fresh. So I'm gonna slice some carrot and mushrooms, and I'm gonna cube some fresh onions, and I'm gonna fry it in some olive oil, and that's gonna be good addition to my soup. And I also use potato for my soup, and I also use some rice for my soup. Okay. So on the ship, most of the soups I tried were pureed. I tried butternut squash soup. I tried tomato soup. I tried mushroom soup. A lot of soups are pureed, like pureed, like smooth, more thick soups. But the country I'm from, we cook a lot of soups with chicken stock, so our soups tend to be more liquidy, and the liquid, the bouillon, the stock has the most protein. But you know, like the filling for the soups can be anything you like, can be pretty much any meat or any vegetables you like. So I use onions, I use peppers, I use carrots, I use potatoes, and I use mushrooms, because I think all these ingredients add good flavor to your soup, and all these ingredients, it adds fiber, and fiber is very healthy to eat for your healthy stomach. If you eat lots of fiber in your soup, it's good and healthy for your stomach. So this is the onion. Okay, this is the onion. At the end, I'm gonna add lots of greens to my soup. So I like, as I say, food is important on the cruise for me, and what's important that the food is served, and it's a variety of food, and you can eat unlimited, but it can play a trick on you. If you eat too much, you can gain weight. But this time, because I've been on 21 cruises, I know how to eat, and because this time the ship was so big, every day we walked a lot on the ship. We walked like about at least 15,000 steps every day, and I only ate good foods, and good foods are, I ate a lot of salads, I ate a lot of fresh fruit, I ate gluten-free options, and I was amazed, like every time you go, how better the food gets on the cruise lines, because they try to accommodate people's needs, different cultures. And on this particular cruise we went this week, the chef was Indian, and there were a lot of Indian food with lots of curry, with lots of good Indian flavors and seasonings. So I even tried like some carrot halva, something like some dessert made out of carrots and I don't know, nuts. It was really interesting to try some Indian food. And there is Asian food also. I tried some noodles with shrimp made freshly in the wok. When you go to some of the dining areas, or like during the lunch, you go to the lunch areas, they can cook Asian food for you in the wok. So, or you can choose from the options of like lots of salads, lots of meats. I mostly ate fish. I love fish, so this cruise I ate a lot of different fish. I ate barramundi, I ate manzugo. Good. I think it will be them. What no time. So I ate fish, I ate vegetables, I ate a lot of grilled vegetables, I ate a lot of chicken breast, like lean chicken. I ate salmon in the morning. I like my smoked salmon and eggs. I ate a little bit, like few slices of bacon. I'm not big on bacon, but I ate some chicken sausage. So again, I didn't eat a lot of breads. I ate some cheese. I'm not a big fan of cheese, so I mostly eat vegetables and meat. I'm not sure if you want to, okay, up and down, okay. So again, my trick after you try different, and when you go on a cruise, I suggest that you eat, you don't worry about, you know, extra calories. You don't worry about extra calories. And again, I think it's important to understand that you're on vacation. And I think that you can be a little loose with your regular diet. and explore new foods. Maybe you find something you never tried before and you want to try. So cruises are good opportunities to get introduced to different foods from around the world. My kids, they still, you know, eat mostly American food, but this cruise, Stella got to try some new things from the adult menu, and that made me very happy because she's 11 and she usually eats from the kids menu, but this time she tried different foods from the adult menu. Cool. So I cube all my vegetables and I fry it in the pan to put it in my soup. But before I fry my veggies, I put potatoes. Potatoes takes about 10 minutes to cook. So when you're almost ready with when your meat is ready, you can... Ты куда идешь? Okay, when your meat is almost ready, you can put potatoes, and then you put your fried vegetables, and your soup will be ready. Я делаю суп, папа. Я делаю суп, я в прямом эфире. Ты хочешь прямой эфир? Пахнет, я делаю суп. Когда закончу, я тебе скажу. So cruise is a good, like any vacation you go, you eat out in the restaurants, any destination you go, there might be very original food you never tried before. So I encourage everybody to be adventurous with food and try new foods. Maybe you will never try it on, you know, in your area where you live. So that's how I got introduced to, you know, I like sushi. On the cruise, we go eat seafood, you know, sushi. Also, there are options on the cruise to, like when the food is already included on what you paid, but you can buy special dining package. Those are like restaurants with less people where you can dine for extra fee, and it depends. Like last time we bought special dining package when me and my husband went. My kids are very happy with the variety of food in the main dining restaurants because it's already included in your cruise price. But because me and my husband went for 3 days and we wanted like couples getaway and we wanted something special, we never set foot in the main dining areas. We went to specialty restaurants, and those restaurants are 5 stars, you know. They have extra, you know, extras, you know, like better steak, better fish options, better seafood options. So on Norwegian Cruise Line, this time we went with my kids for 4 nights. We didn't buy special dining package, but still main dining room when you get served by the service in the big main beautiful restaurant. This restaurant has 3 floors, 3 decks, starting on deck 3, 4, and 5. And my friend was able to book Привет, дорогуся, как прошел круз? Супер, супер, рассказываю свои впечатления. Не могу отойти. Готовлю супчик, потому что обжиралась всякой шняги. Ну, нет, я хорошо ела. И вот сейчас я делаю супчик. У меня такой красивый суп. Захотелось дома чего-то, бульончика. Вот. Sупер. So, this time we ate in the main dining area, and we all had different times, and there were 3 families. Like I had fellow moms that went with their kids. I have Stella's friend who went with her mom, and I had Zoe's friend who went with her mom. And Zoe's friend's mom is my friend too. Like we've been friends for a while here. She is Russian speaking. Another lady was Asian, but it doesn't matter. We all speak English and we all had a good time. Ты немного загорела? Да, я загорела. Да, я старалась мазаться кремом, но немного загорела все равно. Вот. I'm using an extra cup of bouillon. I'm using 8-ounce measuring cup, and I'm using 1 full teaspoon of this base. It's really good base. It has extra protein. It has less sodium, and it's made with seasoned roast chicken and garlic. And this is a source of protein because my meatballs were made from chicken and turkey, and this gives my bouillon, my base, my soup a little more protein. Как там буфеты? Вкусно кормили. Но мы в ресторанах кушали, не только в буфетах. Мы в ресторане кушали каждый день. И в буфетах, и в кафешках. Кушали, хорошо кормили. Я ела рыбу, мясо, много овощей, много-много-много рыбы. Наверное, 4 или 5 видов рыбы. Я ела лобстеров, я ела крабовые ноги настоящие. Их надо было так трудно, нужно было их открывать. Но, в общем, все будет видео. Я обжиралась и не поняла, у тебя там 2 духовки сзади. Да, 2 духовки. Но одна из них микроволновка, которая может быть микроволновкой, которая может быть одновременно и микроволновкой, и духовкой. Вот. В общем, the cruise was a blast. And again, my friend, she connected all 3 reservations. So all of us, we were, сейчас скажу, нас было 3, 2, 2. Нас было 7 человек. So 7 of us, we could sit on one big table. And main dining room, as I say, you have to come, there are options. They give you the time to dine. They give you the time at 5, let's say 5:30. But for some people, it's free dining option. So from 5 to 9, you can eat in the dining restaurant to your own schedule. But because we wanted to schedule the shows after 7 p.m., we wanted to eat earlier. And my friend, she booked us one big table for all 3 families, so we could dine earlier at 5. And after 5, usually it takes an hour and a half to dine. After around 7, we could see the sunset, and after the sunset, we could go to the shows. And we had a great schedule for the dinner, because if you eat early and later on at night you want to have tea or a snack, you still have so many places opened for the food, you know. Kids would eat pizza and the pizza place would be open till 3 at night, imagine. So kids could go like late and eat pizza even at night. Так, сейчас включаю. У меня уже закипели фрикадельки, бросила картошку, сейчас буду делать зажарку. So it worked really good. Так, и морковку еще не порезала. Вот болтаю, заболталась. So it worked really great, because if you figure out dinners, and the last time we skipped dinners because all people went for dinners, but we wanted to skip dinners. We had early show at 7. So we skipped dinners so Stella could go rock climbing, and the rock climbing wall was 68 feet. 68 feet is like 25 meters up high. It was tall. I was scared, but she was like a Spider-Man. Stella could climb. First time I saw her climbing that 68 feet wall, and she did it in 2 minutes. Так, сейчас я зажариваю морковку, лук и грибы, и я добавляю эту зажарку в мой суп. Так, добавлю бульон, потому что бульон выкипает, и я добавляю еще вот этот бульон. Так. So it worked out really good, because when you get on the ship, sometimes you have to book the shows in your application. They give you application, you set it up on your phone, and through your phone you see your cruise and you can make plans. You can book the excursion through the application. You can, make your own schedule, see the activities and the parties you like to join. There is a class to make, drinks. There is a class to make towel animals. So there are a lot of classes like to make cupcakes. But this time we didn't do that stuff. We mostly ate, sat by the pool, sat in the hot tubs. We rode the slide. We went for the shows. I rode the zip line 4 times, because it was my first time riding the zip line, and I was so nervous. My heart were pumping so hard, because you're on the top deck of the ship and you see all the way down. It's like 10 stairs, 10 floors down. The zip line was like very thrilling experience. At first I thought my heart will be explode because it was so scary to go the first time. But the next day there were no line, and I went 3 times in a row because these people just said you don't need to take equipment off, you can just go and ride it again and again. And they take a video of you and they sell you the video for $7.99. So I was able to buy all 3 videos, and these videos I combined into one short, so you can see my short, how the first time I was so nervous, the second time I was like happy, and third time I was like, yeah, I can do it. I was like screaming, yeah. But the ride on the zip line is only like 20 seconds, so... Ой-ой-ой, у меня тут кипит суп, сейчас выключу. What you trying to do, Zoe? Do you need help? You good? Так, сейчас мы с вами поджарим морковку. Так, сейчас мы с вами поджарим морковочку и лучок. Так. Oh my gosh, so let me talk about the shows. The shows were crazy. So the big ships, and imagine we went during the spring break, and there was a lot of families with kids because the school is out here in Florida, and some other states have the same week during the spring break. And this ship had 7,200 passengers. Imagine 18 decks, like it's huge. It's second largest ship in the world. I went on it in October, and in October it was kind of off season. There were no school holidays. So in October it wasn't as busy, but this time with a lot of kids, teenagers, and just families, there were 7,200 people on the cruise. But they did a good job, like having a lot of dining options and accommodating people, organizing everybody not to be in one place. So you usually have to reserve the shows, but don't worry if you cannot reserve the shows in the application. You can just show up to the show and stay in the long line to be like on standby. And after the people who reserved the seats, they already settled, they see how many seats are opened, and they let people in line who came to stand by to take those free seats for the show. So one of the families we went with, they didn't have reservations, but they were able to come and enjoy the shows standing in line on standby. So don't worry. But if you pick the shows you really want to watch, like only big ships in the Royal Caribbean, only these huge new ships, and some of the older ships like Oasis class, like ships they divide into classes. So the biggest ships are the higher class. So we went on Oasis class, and these ships are like Oasis of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Icon of the Seas, and like this one, New Utopia of the Seas. So they're huge. They have... Icon is bigger. Yeah, thank you for telling me that. So they have Aqua Theater. Aqua Theater, you see the divers jumping from the very top shelves or whatever they are, diving boards. They jumping in the pool that looks like literally like a little puddle of water. And this is like so spectacular to watch. And they have music, they have acrobats, they have synchronized swimmers. Aqua show is the must. It's like it's top notch. It's the amazing show. Like when I think about sitting in the show, it gives me goosebumps and it makes me smile because I really love that show. And this is the second time I watched it. And how did I know about this show? Because I followed one of the synchronized swimmers who came from Russia, and she had her own vlog from this big ship, Harmony of the Seas, and she was telling what's going on behind the scenes, how they are trained for the shows, how they're hired to be in the shows, how long is the contract. And this is like a big world famous show on the ship, Aqua Show. So for this we had to make reservation first thing when we got on the ship. I stayed in line to book the shows in the theater, and we went there. We probably went on the ship around 11:30 in the morning, and the 8 o'clock show was already booked. They only have, during the 4-day sailing, they only have 4 shows. So you have to book a certain day, and the times are 8 o'clock or 10:30. So all the 8 o'clock shows were booked. the seats were booked. So we were able to book 10:30 show on Wednesday, and that was amazing. That was amazing. And it's music, and the show, the theme of the show was Aqua 80s. So the music was from 80s, and I can't tell you like how much good memories this old music brings to you. Oh my gosh. So can I help you with something? Are you looking for something? No? Okay. Так, я забыла, что я поставила. I put my frying pan on the stove, and I forgot to pour my olive oil for my vegetables too, but it's not too hot yet. Good. So I didn't make the fire. So aqua show. The second show we wanted to see was ice skating show. And again, like I went on the ship, they had ice skating ring. Believe it or not, I love to ice skate. I went ice skating in New York in November, and there was another like time in October I went skating, and then another time I went skating was here in Florida. We have big ice den for hockey team. I think I showed you how I was skating and I fell. Так, сейчас будем поджарку делать. Вот мой супчик здесь варится, чтобы не сильно выкипел. И это я, ваш любимый блогер, кухонные будни мамы блогера. Делаю суп, рассказываю про круизы. Все, Золушку обратно приглашаю. Значит, I have mushrooms, I have pepper, and I have onion. И это будет моя зажарка для супа. And I have carrots. Carrots gonna blend in. Вот. И еще я положу, у меня будет сегодня вместо риса я положу egg noodles. Так. В конце я добавлю грибы, когда вся эта смесь нагреется, потому что the mushrooms don't take as long as the other vegetables, so I put the mushrooms at the very end. But I like to fry my vegetables because they give the special flavor for my soup. So anyways, the second show I really wanted to see. There are also comedy shows, and there are also like theatrical production shows also with the music, with the lighting, like drone show or whatever, you know, like those little drone, like laser show. So this one we also scheduled it. It's called All In. It also has like all these songs, very famous songs, and it's like potpourri of the songs. Hello, I want to put some money in charity. Okay, good for you. Thank you for being so kind to help put money into the charity. So another show we wanted to see, skating show. I love skating, and they open the skating rink for the public sometimes, so people can go and skate in on the cruise ship. So I didn't have reservations, but I went and I asked, I asked, when I came to the ring, I asked if I can go and skate without reservation. And my daughter, she went with her friend and the other mom a little earlier, and they let them go. They also didn't have reservation, but they were in line on standby, and where no people, like people are not showing up or something, the schedule changed, or they have extra room for extra people, they can take you without reservation. So don't be afraid if something you haven't booked. You can always book it on the ship, or you can just show up and try to ask nicely if they have extra seats for people on standby. So I met this beautiful girl. Her name was Elizaveta. She was a figure skater from I usually like to talk to the team, and I heard her accent, and she spoke Russian, so I spoke Russian to her. She was from Ekaterinburg, and she was in that skate show, and she said that she can let me skating at 11:30, from 11:30 to 12. So I got my socks, and I came and I met another girl who was giving skates out, because the girls in the show, they also help with organizing like skating, giving equipment to the people. So the girl who gave me skates, she was Anastasia from St. Petersburg, and she was super nice too, and I get to talk to her, and I even got to take picture with her after I left the skating rink. But the skating session was only 20 minutes, but it's still fun, you know. It's not just sitting in the lounge chair in the pool and getting sunburned. It's doing something meaningful. I like skating. I need to be on ice. I was like, it was some sort of exercise for me. Okay, I have 5 viewers. Так, и грибы, сейчас добавим грибы. So ice skating was the highlight of my day, and we wanted to do the ice skating show, and the ice skating show was on the last day of the cruise on Thursday night. So yesterday at 7 p.m. we went, oh no, yesterday was Friday, Thursday, like 2 days ago we went on a skating show, and the music and the costumes and the talents, a lot of girls, I believe some of the girls, another girl was from Canada. So a lot of girls working in the ice skating shows there from Russia, because Russia has the best figure skating school in the world, and I still believe these girls are very talented, and if they get the job on the cruise, they're the most talented from all the crew members. So where are you in Russia? I'm not in Russia, I'm in the United States. I live in the United States. I live in Central Florida. Hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm cooking my soup, and I'm talking about cruises because I like to go cruising on vacation. How are you, Keshav Singh? I'm okay, how are you? Welcome to my live stream. So what else I wanted to talk to you about? Now, let's talk about adults only areas. Like if your kids, like this time, I realized that my kids were so independent. They wanted to roam around the ship by themselves. So my 15-year-old, she had friends from her school who were on the same ship, on the same cruise with us. So she wanted to hang out with her friends, and I trusted her because she knows where to go. She has the map, she has the application. So she wanted to have her own teenage experience with her friends, going to the pool, going to the hot tub, going to different parties and activities. So I realized that I had a lot of time for myself. And my other daughter, she's 11, she also had a friend, and there were some activities for 11 years old they wanted to do, and they also could go around the ship, roam around. And that's why I want to talk about the areas reserved for people 18 plus. And for me, it's important because those areas reserved for people 18 and up, they're like more relaxed, they're more quieter, there are no like too much going on. And on this big utopia of the seas, there is a special place called Solarium. It's a covered area. It has pools, it has little lounge chairs in the water, it has hot tubs and bar and a little cafe, Solarium Cafe. And this place is really like, it's under the glass dome, so you don't sit directly in the sun, but it's on the forward of the ship, so you can see the beautiful Caribbean Sea in front of the ship, and the gorgeous like views, open windows. And they have this hot tub, it's called Infinity Hot Tub. I even did the live stream from the Infinity Hot Tub when everybody went for dinner one night, and we skipped the dinner on Thursday last night. So I was in that hot tub alone, taking tons of pictures, doing my live stream, taking videos, just posing and enjoying them. Okay, just enjoying myself. And the view was spectacular because we just left the island and we were like in the open seas, and the hot tub has like big glass, so you kind of sit like next to the glass, and there is no, it's like, it's very cool experience. Like you sit somewhere and you directly viewing the ocean from the hot tub. It's very, very unique place. Very unique place. Okay, I'm ready to add my mushrooms. And I'm going to add some egg noodles. If you like rice, you can add rice to your soup, but you know my family like egg noodles, so I'm gonna add some white egg noodles to my soup. So it's chicken meatballs, vegetables, and egg noodles. Let me see how long it takes for noodles to boil. Takes from 6 to 8 minutes, so our soup is gonna be ready 6-7 minutes from now. Good. И зажарку, все же, суп готов. So that's what I did for myself. Also, what I like on the cruise line is the spa area. This time I went for my facial, 125 minutes. Okay, when the soup is ready, we can finish the live stream. Usually the soup takes me 40 minutes because I talk and I'm going slow and I don't, you know, try to do both things at the same time. Today my soup was gonna take me 1 hour 30 minutes instead of 40 minutes. Because I peeled all the vegetables, I did my meatballs while doing live stream. Okay, 6 minutes. Let's put the timer. So when the timer beeps, that means the noodles will be cooked. Okay, this is the fried vegetables, mushrooms, carrots, and orange bell pepper. And while this is finishing to fry, my noodles are boiling. And we're gonna cut some herbs. We're gonna cut some parsley, green onion, and I love greens in my soup. So I have a little bit of dill. I have parsley, dill, whatever herbs you have at home. And I have green onion, and I'm gonna wash and cut it, and we add it to the soup. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, thank you. Have you babes? Yeah, I have 2 children. My daughter is 15 and my other daughter is 11. Давайте уберем этот noodles. Так. Okay. So, spa, about the spa. Usually on the first day of the cruise, I go to explore the spa area and I ask them what spa amenities do they have. This big ship has sauna and it has steam room and it has warm-up loungers, and the sauna on the ship is brand new. It's infrared, so it's not very hot like regular, you know, hot stone sauna, like just wooden Siberian sauna. So infrared has its own unique benefits for your body. So when you go to the ship, they give you a tour of the spa facility, spa area, and it's separate from buying a service. When you're buying a service, you pay to go like for massage or facial or whatever you know, like manicure or your hair service in the spa. But you have to ask about thermal suites, like sauna and steam room and rainforest showers, or something like unique, something special. And this thermal area, it usually costs, like you buy a pass, it costs a little extra from your service. So if you buy a spa service, you pay. If you buy them just to use the facility, you also pay for the special pass for 4 days. So it's extra, it's not included in your, like the spa facilities, they are extra. So they are not kind of like included in your cruise fare. So what I like to do, I like to buy that pass because there are so many activities that people pretty much forget to use the spa, or they don't want to spend extra on the spa. But I do go to spa every day, and I go sometimes early in the morning, or sometimes I go like right after the day when everybody goes to the like island, to the beach. I didn't stay long to the beach. We went early at 9, and after 12 I went back on the ship at 1. I like to go back on the ship earlier to do a little more activities and to use spa facility, because the sun is brutal after 12 and I don't like to be as much in the sun. And from 9 to like 1, it's like full 4 hours on the beach. I don't want to get too sunburned. And this time, like pros and cons, I didn't tell you about pros and cons. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I have to turn down my burner because it's boiling too much and it's spilling on my burner, and I don't like my stove to be dirty. So the spa, I like, it's so quiet there, it's nice spa, quiet music, and you just lay down, like you go to sauna. I really enjoy the sauna. The sauna takes, you know, all your sweat with your toxins out of you, and I just like to lay down and relax, because what I like that on the cruise you find places that are very crowded, and you can find the places that are more quiet and less crowded. And I like to find places less crowded, because I like to kind of, you know, I like to kind of have that experience, not only to party and have fun and get stimulated with the shows and a lot of people in one place at the same time. I also like to relax, to feel quiet, to, you know, to be less active, less stimulated. So that's why I like the spa area, because barely 3-5, the most people I've seen there on this cruise was 5 people, and it's not very big area, so to be there. I made soup. Would you like to have soup? Try some. Okay, that's good. It's going to be ready in 5 minutes. I'll pour you some. It has meatballs and noodles. Yeah. So for me, like all these things I learned, not in my first cruise, I didn't know all of this. I learned it like going again and again. And in 2000, like, let me tell you something different. So because it's the new ship, it came out last year, and it's very big again, 7,000 passengers, it's huge. We went to be on the ship and enjoy the amenities, enjoy the shows, enjoy the food. The ports were like okay. We didn't get out in Nassau. There was a day at sea, because it's only 4-day cruises, 1 day at sea, 1 day in Nassau, and 1 day on the island. So we went out on the island for half the day, and we didn't go out in Nassau, Bahamas. We did something on a cruise. Kids ran around, we ate, we chilled by the pool. I went to spa, I went to hot tubs, we ate ice cream, whatnot. So we ran around, had some drinks. That was in Nassau. And then half day on the ship. So we got to enjoy the ship. But when me and my husband went to Alaska, Alaska is all about getting off the ship or watching the going to see the nature in Alaska, you know, going hiking, going to excursions. So Alaska was different. Alaska was all about seeing Alaska, going on an excursion. They take you on a boat somewhere, like we went on an excursion to see the oyster farm. Then another excursion we went to see the, господи, как же называется ледник? The glaciers. We see in the national park to see the glaciers. And another excursion in Alaska we were supposed to go was a helicopter excursion, but it got canceled because of the weather. But anyways, like, I'm just telling you this to compare this Caribbean cruise. We've seen all these Caribbean islands so many times before. We got off the ship in Mexico, we got off the ship in Honduras, we got off the ship in the Virgin Islands, the US and the British Virgin Islands. So now I went on the ship because of the ship and amenities rather than ports. And Caribbean cruise, I'm not interested in getting off in Caribbean ports anymore. I'm going to relax and have all the entertainment on the ship. That's just my philosophy. That's just how I value my, you know, free time, and how I compare the money I paid for what I get on a cruise, what service, what variety of food, what entertainment, and how big and clean is the ship, and how nice is the room. We had a very nice room with the balcony. I was very, very happy with our room. Okay, I cut some greens. Stella is ready for the soup. I think my timer will beep, like, let me check. Okay, it's done, didn't beep. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I think my noodles are ready, so I'm putting beautiful. Let me show you the soup. Beautiful. Thank you for helping me today to cook my beautiful, beautiful soup. Look at this. Look how pretty it is. Meatball soup with some noodles, carrots. Okay, the soup is ready. Who wants to try the soup? Okay. It's really good. It has noodles. Yum. Okay. Carrots. Okay, I'll get you the soup. So for me it was important because I knew what I want to do, and every day, you know, you go to bed so late because of sitting and listening to the live music, or because, you know, you hang out with friends, having a drink. And again, it's a lot of parties. If you want to dance, there is a Latin dance cafe where people are just having a good time and you can learn some salsa moves. Or there is karaoke lounge where people can sing. Even if you don't sing, it's you're allowed to go get up on the stage and try to sing. I've never done karaoke, you know, because I don't know. I'm embarrassed to sing. Maybe, you know, I never had a good voice, and I never had a good musical hearing. So, but it's fun to watch how takes courage of people, and they have a little drink and they go and sing in front of the crowd, and crowd is cheering on them. And nobody hating on the people who can't sing. Everybody's cheering them up. That might be the only chance in life when they got up and they were brave enough to go and sing in front of the big crowd of people. So karaoke is a lot of fun to watch. So I encourage you, if you're on a cruise ship, try to go sing karaoke, or try to go, I'm gonna get some soup for Stella, or try to sing karaoke, or try just to cheer for people who are singing for you. It's a great, great experience. Так. Вот какой супчик получился горячий, но красивый. Вот, Стелла налила. Stella's gonna eat some soup. It smells so good. The chicken meatballs smell good, and I think because I fried those vegetables, that got like little roasted smell of vegetables. Do you want the herbs?
Herbs. Just a few. Sure.
Just a few? Okay, it's like onion, green onion. So put a little. Вот какой красивый суп с зеленью. Stella будет кушать. She made herself a toast. So it's been 1 hour 39 minutes. Thank you for being with me cooking this beautiful soup and listening to my story about the cruises. I had a blast, and to tell you the truth, yesterday I went to work right away. I got off the ship at 8 o'clock, and by 10:30 I was already at work. And that's it. I like to go back to my routines as soon as possible, because cruise makes me relaxed and it's hard to go back. But I went back to work. Everybody was happy to see me. I had 200 emails in my mailbox, but I was able to get back to work right away. And on Monday I'm going back to work again. I still didn't go through all my emails because we had in service day, we went to see bugs. No. It's a special day at work where we are taken for special education, and we go around the campus, explore, and we had an excursion to go see the bug closet and the collection of insects and bugs at our university. It was a work trip, but it was easy for me to go back from the ship right to the easy work. So I didn't go through all my emails, and one day I had time to hang out with my colleagues, and we had lunch together. We had this fun excursion, and we had a little bit of, educational activities, talking about libraries' missions and, how our job has an impact on different library missions and values. So it was a fun day yesterday. Even getting off the ship and going straight to work, that's life in the States. You only have so many days of vacation, and then back to work, back to real life, back to routines, back to cooking. Thank you for being with me. If you have questions about cruising, please don't be shy. Ask me your questions in the under this live stream. Thank you for being with me, and please watch my videos, support my channel, leave comments, and give me likes and subscribe. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you for being with me today. Saturday I'll come out tomorrow. We'll do another live stream about makeup because it was a very good live stream. So tomorrow meet me sometime during the day for the live about makeup. Love you all. Kate B. Love you. Thank you for helping me cook my beautiful meatball soup. Bye.
Good.
It's good, Stella. You like it?
Not bad.
Not bad. Good.